No ID system after successful upgrade migrates 28 million records.
Over the past month, we have concluded data migration from the old system to a new system. We have had about 28 million records that we had to move from the old system and to the new system, and that process is complete. 100% we're operating with the new system.
Also tonight, experts raise alarm over rising dental health issues, call for increased public awareness as remedy.
Dental camp normally happens 2 or 3 times in a year, but this one has been organized early in the year to make sure that as the people start the year, they have made resolutions to keep healthy. So it is important that they check themselves.
And in international news, Trump demands half control of US-Canada bridge, threatens to block opening of Gordie Howe Bridge.
Brought to you by
Centenary Publishing House, the leading publishers of prayer and hymn books since 1977.
Now, the National Identification and Registration Authority, NIRA, has rolled out a new digital national ID system following the successful completion of a nationwide upgrade. The authority says more than 28 million records have been migrated to the new system after an 8-month parish-level enrollment and renewal exercise, paving the way for faster, more secure access to essential services across the country.
Yesterday, Ms. Claire, a registrar officer in Buikwe District, announced that National ID Identification and Registration Authority, NIRA, has concluded its parish-level national ID enrollment and renewal exercise after 8 months, successfully migrating all records to a new digital system.
So technically speaking, ladies and gentlemen, the enrollment of persons and access of service from NIRA at parish level closed yesterday on 8th February 2026.
Speaking to Okwalinga Peter, NIRA's communication and media officer, the authority confirmed that approximately 28 million records have been migrated and that NIRA is now fully operating on the new national ID system.
Over the past month, we have concluded data migration from the old system to a new system. We have had about 28 million records that we had to move from the old system and to the new system, and that process is complete. 100% we're operating with the new system.
About 103 agencies have now been integrated into NIRA's system, enabling national ID verification for key services, including driving permits, SIM card registration, swap, and bank account opening. NIRA has introduced an interim verification mechanism that enables agencies to validate data using newly issued national identification cards, issuing uninterrupted access to services.
About 103 agencies that are integrated with our system through what we call the third-party interface. What happens is it makes it possible and easy for these people to verify an applicant using their NIN whenever they try to access a service, for instance, a driving permit, swapping a SIM card, opening a bank account. So consequently, right now, we have provided a stopgap measure with our stakeholders, with all these stakeholders involved in this chain, that enables them to verify someone's data. Once they go with the new issued ID, there's a mechanism that we have arranged with these agencies until we roll out a technological and a better mechanism, a function that will roll out in later next month.
NIRA prioritizes the elderly, expectant and breastfeeding mothers, persons with disabilities, and the sick at all service points by offering special seating and expanded services.
So as an agency, we have so many things that we have envisioned to make easy life of every citizen of this country. For instance, at every given station where we have presence, we have envisioned that we have categories of people accessing our services differently. For instance, the disadvantaged in the categories of the elderly, the expectant mothers, the sick, the PWDs, maybe little children, breastfeeding mothers, that you see when they visit us, we have a special place where they sit and be served. And then the other category also has a different place. Well, we do this because we are cognizant of the fact that you see we are not all the same. All right, some people are a bit disadvantaged and want to create such an environment for everyone. All right.
In addition to national identification services, NIRA is extending its mandate to include civil registration, with marriage registration now officially under the authority.
We have a new baby within our mandate called marriage registration. I encourage you to come and lock in. You know, don't hustle a lot. Come and lock in. It's very cheap. Civil marriage is very cheap. Church marriage is very cheap. Civil marriage will cost you about 250,000. So please do not lock in your relationship, and so that you enjoy the wide variety of advantages that come with having a marriage certificate.
NIRA says the system upgrade is expected to enhance efficiency, strengthen security, and improve access to services nationwide as mass enrollment and validation continue across the country.
Now, dental health experts have expressed concern over the rising cases of dental health issues in Uganda and are urging for the increased public awareness as a key remedy. These concerns were highlighted over the rising cases of dental health issues in Uganda and urging for public awareness as a key remedy. These concerns were highlighted during a dental health camp organized by SPS Medical Center in Namgongo, where hundreds of individuals benefited from subsidized dental services. We have the report.
Based on reports, policies and surveys associated with the Uganda Ministry of Health and related oral health studies, the state of dental health in Uganda is characterized by high burden of preventable oral diseases, significant treatment gaps, unlimited and evenly distributed specialized dental services. Over 75% of adults and 90% of children in Uganda are affected by oral health issues such as tooth decay annually, with the most issues being dental caries or tooth decay and periodontal or gum disease. To combat the increasing prevalence of dental diseases, Space Medical Center organized a dental camp in Namgongo, reinforcing its commitment to preventable health care and community well-being. In her remarks, Dr. Alice Bangard, Director Space Medical Center, emphasized the importance of oral health and expressed optimism about the country's growing number of dental specialists.
Dental camp normally happens 2 or 3 times in a year. But this one has been organized early in the year to make sure that as people start the year, they have made resolutions to keep healthy. So it is important that they check themselves as early as possible so that they can stay the whole year when they are healthy.
Among the different services administered include oral health education, dental screening, treatment and several others, as explained by the specialists. These also indicated the significance of health camps to the well-being of the general public.
The activities we have in this camp include oral health education, where we educate people about their dental health, particularly the mouth, how to clean, how to eat healthy, and the dental visits. So today we are doing that. We are educating them on how to keep the mouth healthy.
Through these dental camps, we are able to educate people and to create awareness about dental health. However much we do extractions, but there are other things that can be done in dental to prevent you losing your teeth, because the best option is prevention. Then also other dental procedures like fillings, root canals, scaling and polishing, those that can help you prevent loss of the teeth.
Experts from Space Medical Center indicated how poor brushing causes significant dental issues, leading to cavities, gum disease and tooth loss.
Most of the dental problems come from improper toothbrushing. Most, I didn't say all, most. So the toothbrushing, we brush after meals, after a meal. Okay, at least twice a day. After breakfast, after supper. So, assuming you've finished your supper, you go to the bathroom, rinse your mouth very well to reduce on the food that is stuck in the teeth.
You will find a client, and that comes about if someone has not been brushing properly, and then there is a build-up of calculus or plague or carole around the teeth. So that thing keeps on emitting substances that weaken the alveolar bone plus the gum. So you will find that patient with a very bad breath, and also that patient will have mobile teeth. So there is a level of mobility that you will have, and then you look at that patient, you cannot save that patient at all.
However, this revealed how there is a need to intensify awareness among public on dental health issues and treatment.
People are unaware of whatever. That is why we are organizing camps. Those are the strategies. Maybe I do not know if it is recommended, though it looks more of advertising facilities, which is not okay in the medical field. But we would have media coming to create the awareness.
We can start with ourselves, but also at family level. Because if the parent or the mother, the father is aware, you create awareness in your children. We also go into schools. We have been going into primary schools, talking to the children.
From the camp, we spoke to one of the beneficiaries who commended the significance of the initiative.
I've been here for some time. One Wednesday ku space for dental checkup, but today bade baina dental checkup camp. So ninzija services nungi, they are so welcoming. Bafayo ku bantu baabwe.
John Baptista Humza, Church of Uganda, Family TV News at 8.
Now moving on, arcade traders in Kampala under the umbrella body UTEA have welcomed KCCA Minister Hajat Minsa Kabanda's decision to evict street vendors, saying formal businesses have long suffered from congestion, insecurity and unfair competition. UTEA chairperson Edward Ntale, together with other leaders, notes that traders inside arcades bear heavy costs while street vendors operate freely.
Last week, Kampala Minister Hajat Minsa Kabanda and the KCCA issued a 2-week ultimatum for the street vendors, border riders and the taxi operators to vacate the city centre to restore order and ease congestion.
Immediately, Kampala City enters a phase of strict, full and continuous enforcement of all city laws and ordinances. For months, enforcement was moderated to allow peaceful political participation. That window is now closed. The capital city must function.
As the enforcement decline draws closer, traders operating inside arcades have stepped forward to support the move.
Cabinet Minister Minsa Kabanda and State Minister Honorable Chofa Togabie, I think they are an accomplice, I would really say, in this kind of confusion, whereby they never thought of the true taxpayers, the shop owners who pay rent, who pay garbage fee, who pay import duties, who pay export duties, who pay income tax, who pay trading licenses and all that. So they, how dare they implement such an injustice of whereby this important taxpayer is now blocked in by their darlings who they felt that they were their voters.
Singa bakenderako mu kibuga tukimanye ekibuga kino kibaddemu abatembeeyi emyaka yonna. Si kyangu kyakuggwamu bonna naye tukkiriza nti basobola okukenderako. Abatembeeyi abasinga abali mu kibuga, in fact bava mu butale, balekayo ebifo byabwe okunoonyereza kwaffe kwe tulina essaawa zino. Abamu bavuddemu owino ku luguudo lwa Sebana Road olwo Allen Road waliwo abasuubuzi abasalirako n'endibota waliwo n'abasuubuzi abalina generator ng'ekiro bateekako zi generator ne basobola okuba nga amaduuka gaabwe gagenda mu maaso.
Leaders say traders operating inside arcades are bearing the economic burden while street vendors continue to operate freely.
When you look at Wandega market, this was, made in the interest of the street vendors. You look at the Gwanda, the other side of Kisenyi, government has just procured 100 billion space for them. And that still during the time of Mr. Kabanda, that is opposite Gwanda in Kisenyi. And when you look at Busega markets, it's for them. When you look at Usafi markets, it's for them. A trader in an arcade of Kampala has never benefited a free space from government.
This added that the congestion, insecurity and unfair competition from the street vendors have crippled the businesses in the city, urging that traders who pay taxes, rent, garbage fees and electricity bills are the ones suffering.
Also, KCCA that we are not going to pay garbage fee because the garbage littered in the cities of Kampala is not by our people, the arcaders. It is by you people that you gave you votes, the street vendors. Street vendors who cannot even pay 100 shilling or even a small penny to Nabugabo that collects garbage, to Home Clean. Understand that? So be neat. So therefore, Nabugabo, please, we are saying we are not going to pay you. We've not littered this city. We have not been working. So therefore, if you're in our spaces, we've not been working. Where are we getting the garbage?
Kampala Capital City Authority has been accused of failing to enforce the law, alleging corruption among some enforcement officers who reportedly take bribes from the vendors to allow them to operate on the streets.
This is the tenure of Kabanda being a minister. When I get back to the executive director, it's so quiet. I don't know what's happening. I don't know whether the executive board has sat on her. She's not. We don't see her voice, we don't see her mandate.
KCCA enforcement eriya mu batembeyi bana basigala ku kkubo bwe bagenda mu butale KCCA enforcement ebate benefitinga.
According to Harriet Mr. Kabanda, the eviction will start after the 19th of the February 2026.
Now, one of the reasons I love Church TV is because it gives you inspirational quotes every now and then. Let's take a look at today's Archbishop's Moment.
Archbishop's Moment. Sponsored by Uganda Christian University, a center of excellence in the heart of Africa. Join the UCU experience now. And
St. John's Wakiso Secondary School, where faith meets education.
Younger people, work is very important. Work is biblical. The Bible says, he who doesn't work shouldn't eat either. We must value work. Free things are not there. Sometimes I hear even preachers are preaching the gospel and say, you just come and chitwale, twala. People have been injected in the culture of taking this thing. Tola! Chitwale! You must work. That's not the gospel. That is a false gospel. The gospel is teaching us to work. Even God created us and put us in the garden to work. You must pray when you are working. This gospel sing chitware, and some others go like now a parking there. You go and stand there and say, this is my parking. This is where my vehicle will be in Jesus' name. Come on, go and work and buy a vehicle. You younger people, this is a false gospel of chitware. It's a false gospel. Don't accept it. The gospel is telling you to work. Simanya byenjogera byanjwanjwa.
Archbishop's Moment. Sponsored by Uganda Christian University, a center of excellence in the heart of Africa. Join the UCU experience now. And
St. John's Wakiso Secondary School, where faith meets education.
Yes, great words from the Archbishop. We should honor work. We will take a break. When we come back, we'll be talking about honoring the former Archbishop Janan Luwum Day. This is COU Family TV, and my name is Amal Kansime. Welcome back from that short commercial break. If you're just joining us, this is Church of Uganda Family TV. My name is Amal Kansime, and we have turned now on the sign language. Now, as Uganda prepares to mark Janan Luwum Day on 16 February 2026, we remember a man of unwavering faith, a shepherd who spoke truth to power, even in the face of persecution and death. Archbishop Janan Jakalia Luwum remains a symbol of courage, a true hero of Christ, whose life and sacrifice continue to inspire generations across Uganda and beyond.
He was not threatened. He said, my brothers, this is the day, like the day our Lord Jesus was arrested. Remember, he knew what was going to happen.
From humble beginnings in Muchwini village, Chitugum district, to becoming Archbishop of the Church of Uganda, Janan Luwum's life was marked by devotion, integrity and unshakable commitment to justice and faith. We revisit the final chapter of his life, a story of courage, martyrdom and enduring legacy. Born to Acholi parents around 1922 in Muchwini, Luwum attended Gulu High School and Boboro Teacher Training College, after which he taught at a primary school. In 1948, he converted to Christianity and a year later joined Wallace Theological College to begin his path in ministry. In 1950, he was assigned to St. Philip's Church in Gulu and was ordained a deacon in 1953 and a priest in 1954, serving first in the Upper Nile Diocese and later in the Diocese of Mbale. In 1969, he was consecrated Bishop of the Diocese of Northern Uganda in Gulu District. 5 years later, he was appointed Archbishop of the Metropolitan Province of Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi and Voga in Zaire, becoming the only second African to hold this esteemed position. He served as the Archbishop of the Church of Uganda from 1974 to 1977 and became one of the most influential leaders of the modern African Church.
For the legacy of this man, we appreciate you all for building Janani Luwum Church House. From all of God's people, thank you very much for the support you have given us. There was a signet put on that building which says Janan Luwum Church House.
Today I'm here to tell you the circumstances under which our former Archbishop Janani Luwum died. I'm sure some of you, majority of who were unborn, and those who were born may vividly remember, but those for you young people, I know it's a new story. Therefore, I want to begin by telling you the circumstances under which these events started unveiling. There were very serious political events that preceded this whole matter that became maximized by his death.
Tomorrow, we'll share the story of how Archbishop Janan Jakaria Luwum was arrested and killed in 1977 on the orders of President Idi Amin Dada.
St. Janan Luwum's Day, 16th February, every year at Muchwini Wigweng in Kitgum District. I wish to call upon all of you, come pilgrims, let us go and celebrate this day in Muchwini.
He was not threatened. He said, my brothers, this is the day, like the day our Lord Jesus was arrested. Remember, he knew what was going to happen.
Now moving on, parents in Kasese District are raising alarm over the soaring cost of scholastic materials as schools reopen for the 2026 academic year. Many families say heavy taxes on fuel and production have driven prices beyond their reach, forcing children to report to school without basic learning requirements. As head teachers grant temporary grace periods, parents are now calling on government to urgently intervene before the situation affects learners' attendance and performance.
As the first term for the 2026 school year kicks off today, running has started on a worrying note for many pupils in Kasese District. Several parents say they have been forced to send their children to school without essential scholastic materials due to skyrocketing prices. According to some parents, exercise books, pens, school bags and uniforms have doubled in price compared to last year. They blame the situation on high taxes imposed on fuel and producers, which they say have directly affected the cost of goods on the market.
Bona bw'obalaba omutima gwabwe gwetaaga abaana badde ku masomero. Twayisizaamu ekirango ne tubulira ne poliisi etuyambe ku operation back to school. Naye kye tuzze kwetegereza kiri kimu. Abazadde boolaba abo abaagala abaana badde ku ssomero naye kati emiwendo y'ebintu yalinnye ebbeeyi. Kyakulabirako erimu y'empapula yali ku kakaaga kati emitwalo 2.5. Ekitabo kyali ku 2 kati 8.
Another parent, Bambare Charity, says that financial pressure has left families helpless, urging government to reconsider its taxation policies.
Ebintu bya perkala na kayasi esente sisero mubabuti kwana situtwe ni fees twamaleta lakini abetabu me fees situtwe tulako yusanene empera eyire
mete bisale kochi omusolo kisobozese omuzadde wa wansi kutwala omwana ku ssomero namwe abazadde mbasaba wadde tuli mu mbeera eyo gye mulaba mufumitirize nnyo mulabe nti abaana bakoze eki bazze ku masomero kubanga bwe tunalema batwala n'amataka tetukyagayina mu future tetukimanyi oba tunaabeerawo
ebyo babetusaba itwe nga babutu situtabetroka empeera nempe amaba makutuma bitabu 10 ukaleta kwebebera amaisha abererema sana obuli mubuti akalera.
School administrators across the district confirm receiving numerous complaints from parents requesting temporary permission for their children to attend classes as they look for money to buy the required materials.
We need to give the children enough scholastic materials. Now that we've been in a break of around 3 months and they added them 1 more week to prepare themselves, we thought they would have prepared enough, and I request that those to come in the subsequent days, they should try to find out or to find money and pay these materials like toilet papers, the brooms, because they have to be used as soon as the child reports at school.
The head teacher of Nadir Primary School, Masereka, says that the school has granted parents a grace period of 2 weeks before enforcing full requirements.
We have hope that they will pay. We allow them to pay in bits, and by the end of the term, at least they will have paid something. Within 3 months of the term, we have hope that they will manage to pay.
At Ruwenzori Valley School, the deputy teacher echoed similar concerns, noting that parents, not pupils, are the ones coming to explain their challenges to school authorities.
Learners have reported, and the number is okay, because for the first time we have around 150 people who have reported. However, they've come without scholastic materials. They say there is no money at home, and as teachers, we have to persevere and find ways how we can help them out. But sincerely, it is not all that good.
Meanwhile, other childhood education centers are also struggling. Nakacharamla of Nyakasanga Infant School says that many pupils have reported to school with nothing at all, including basic items like toilet paper and dream paper.
Bazadde baleesa abaana naye abasinga tebabaleeteddeeko ssente, bagamba ssente tebannazifuna, ate nga n'abamu bagamba nti ebyetaagisa eby'essomero byetaaga ssente nnyingi, emiwendo gyeyongedde, naye nga tusaba Mukama Katonda basobozese basasule ebisale by'essomero.
She appeals to parents and readers to reconsider the welfare of young learners.
Abamu tebasasudde naye twebaza abo abasobodde okusasulayo akatonotono, tetujja okutandisa nga tugula emmere y'abaana. Kyetusuubira nti abatasasudde tubasaba bakwate katonotono ke baba bafunye baleete tugattegatte amasomero gasobole okutambula, kubanga ffe private schools abazadde be batubeezaawo.
Kasese district, one of the largest in the region, continues to grapple with recurring education challenges, with parents calling on government to intervene before the situation affects learners' performance and school attendance.
Now, as schools reopen across the country, children with disabilities are returning to classrooms, carrying both hopes and challenges. Among them is Amos Tumwebaze, a determined primary 7 learner with only one arm, whose journey through education has been marked by resilience, support from dedicated teachers, and the dream of a brighter future beyond primary school.
Our team visited Sunset School in Matuga, located in Gombe Division in Nansana Municipality, where we met Amos Tumwebaze, primary 7 candidate, preparing to sit his primary leaving examinations later this year. Amos is a determined learner living with a physical disability. He has only one arm. Speaking to us, Amos revealed that he only came to fully understand his condition as he grew older.
Manya gange nze Tumwebaze Amos. Era
Matugga naye simanyi kikyantuukako omukono naye wenti wenazaalibwa ewaka waffe ffe tetulina abazadde baffe si be bali abalina nnyo ssente. Taata wange omulimu gwakola si gwe guwemuwa nnyo ssente naye ate waneeno ku ssomero lya Sunset bampa basari kuva primary 2 paka ssaawa zino ndi mu P7.
He adds that his education journey has not been easy, largely due to financial hardships faced by his parents. Amos says that while his parents struggled to raise school fees, he received support from Mr. Chito Muhammad, the director of Sunset Schools, who enrolled him in primary 2 and ensured he remained in school up to primary 7 this year. Despite his resilience, Amos says his future remains uncertain. He fears that after completing primary 7, he may not be able to continue with his education due to lack of financial support.
Sawa zineno maliriza P7 ngeno maliriza P7 sirina singya kiddako simanyi secondary nakola ntya kuba neno banyambyeko okumaliriza P7 banyambyeko okumaliriza primary naye kati simanyi secondary nakola ntya.
However, Amos remains hopeful. He says that if given a chance to study further, he would like to develop his talents, especially in football and photography, which he believes could help shape his future.
Talent osobola okuba ebifaananyi ebitonotono sinabasobola nnyo kuba sinza kuba nnyo naye ate nsobola okuba ebifaananyi mu kirasi bamanyi nti no okuba ebifaananyi kati ng'ezo diagrams somero mu kirasi bali mubaso okungamba Amos nkubirako kino eno.
His classmates describe him as friendly, hardworking and easy to relate with. They say that Amos enjoys being around people and encourages parents to always show love and care to their children regardless of their challenges.
Amos mukwano gwange era yeeyisa bulungi mu class. Kyemwenyumirizaako n'owera alina omukono ogumu asobola okukola buli kintu kyonna.
Waffe Amos era we nasooka omusanga twali mu P2 yajja ng'ali yekka era nze nenzija n'entuula naye ne tufuuka ba mikwano ne tutandikira awo. We nasooka namulaba mu fees n'atulaga nti alina empisa era ne mulaba nga ye awandiika bulungi tanyiiza bantu wakunyiiza akwetondera era yabeera fair.
Amos class teacher Mr. Odongo Nixon says that he is impressed by Laiana's commitment and discipline. He notes that Amos is passionate about his studies and often completes his work diligently, expressing confidence that he will perform well in his final examinations.
This boy, Amos, I teach him English and I've been teaching him from when he joined the class that I'm teaching. Even right now I teach him in primary 7. Amos is a good boy and he is a very clever boy. He performs well and that is what made the school to give him the bursary. That's what made the director give him the bursary.
Also spoke to Amos's father, Agaba Richard, who explained that his son's condition resulted from an accident the mother suffered during pregnancy.
Twamuzaala ng'alina obulemu ku mukono ogwo era mama we yakiraba n'asooka n'atya naye nga yeerabidde nti yagwako ekigwo ng'ali lubuto lw'omwana oyo kati n'afuna obukosefu naye nga bufunidde munda alabika bwe yagwira omukono gw'omwana oyo kwe kwesika ne gudda munda n'azaalibwa ng'ali bw'atyo.
He adds that without the support Amos has received, his education journey would have been extremely difficult. Agaba makes a heartful appeal to well-wishers and members of the public who may be willing to support his son, noting that Amos has great potential but is held back by limited resources.
Tandikira mu P2 kati saawa eno ali mu P7 naye nga performance ye yabadde nnungi, asoma bulungi, omwana ali bright. Saawa eno ali mu P7 era tusuubira nti ajja kutuula naye akole bulungi. Naye obuyambi oba obusobozi bumwongere ku secondary butono kubanga omulimu gwenkola tegunsasula bulungi. Gwandyagadde okufunayo omuntu obanga gy'oli eyo nga osobola okunyongerayo mu maaso omwana oyo neyeyongerayo mu maaso nasoma secondary senior section noba oli ano ku university.
As the country embraces a new academic term, stories like that of Amos Tumwebaze remind us of the importance of inclusive education and the collective responsibility to support learners with special needs.
Now, 17-year-old Asaba Muzirakisa aspires to become a doctor after successfully completing primary 7. She was admitted to senior 1 hopeful that her education would continue, but that hope is now hanging in the balance. The individual who had been supporting her education has withdrawn financial assistance, citing inability to continue paying school fees. Asaba was later found in Nansana at the home of Atwari Ronet, the benefactor who had earlier helped her complete primary 7. Sadly, Ronet says he no longer has the means to push her forward. With no sponsor and no school fees, Asaba now faces the possibility of dropping out even before stepping to senior 1. Tonight, her story is a call to anyone of goodwill, individuals or organizations or institutions who may be able to help her keep her dream alive.
Introducing yourself. In Rojo, in Tungam. I'm here requesting for help for my studies. I finished my P7 at Golden Bells Primary School. It's found in Mbara. I got 9 at my PRE. My parents are not able even to buy for me scholastic materials, even to pay the school fees because they are not financially stable. Being helped by the director of Golden Bells Primary School. She phoned me when I was from a school in our village and she offered me a sponsorship. She helped me to finish my primary. My parents are not able to provide me school fees, so I'm here requesting for help. Anyone who can offer me a scholarship, anything in my studies. Scholastic materials, bursary. To me, I would like to be a doctor because I like being a doctor, and if I continue and I get help from any person, I will achieve my goals for being a doctor. From anyone who can see me and offer me anything.
Welcome back from the break. If you're just joining us, this is Church of Uganda Family TV, and my name is Amal Kanseme. We're turning now on sign language now, jumping over to international.